This section is going to be on effects and layer blending modes. So to demonstrate this, I'm just going to grab the Daniel Craig picture, throw that over here. Make a new layer. Okay. The most useful effects for photography, what you're probably going to need, are hue saturation. I made an adjustment layer. So this way I can always turn it off to hide my image. Now remember, this is the mask, this is the adjustment. So if you want to desaturate the entire image, you'd slide the slider that way, or if you want to saturate the entire image, make it more colorful, you'd slide it that way. So we're going to put it back to 0. If you want to pick a specific color, taking down the reds and taking down the yellows, which are basically the skin tones, and then upping the blues. That's an example of selectively changing color. And again, like I said, if I hide my layer, the adjustments are hidden. Another useful example is curves, as we mentioned earlier. Now, as I said, shadows, midtones, highlights. So I'm going to break down the midtones. Let's see if I crank up the highlights and weaken the shadows. That doesn't look very good, but that's just showing you what that does. So I'm going to delete that layer. Yes. Go back to curves again. Now, you can change the whole image as we said before. I'm just going to slightly make it a little darker. Or you could change a specific color channel. I'm going to go with the reds. The opposite of red is green. So if I start adjusting the midtones, they're going to get more green if I go that direction. Or if I go in the other direction, they get more red. I'm going to undo that. If I want to cool down the image, blue, if I'm going to add some blues to we'll take them away from the highlights, they're going to get more yellow. If I go in the opposite direction, they're going to get more blue. Same with my midtones. If I go away, it's more yellow, the other direction. Cools it down a little bit. I'm going to hide that layer. So we did curves, hue saturation. Another useful one is contrast, brightness and contrast. Obviously the contrast is how much punch is in the image. I'm going to up the contrast. You're going to see the darks get darker, the brights get brighter. You could also change your overall brightness this way as well, but you start to lose more detail. So it's just a way to add some more contrast to your image.